Hey, welcome to The Explainer. We're all about taking big, complex ideas and breaking them down into stuff you can actually use.
All right, so today we're jumping right into Iman Gaji's playbook for your 20s. We're going to break down you heard me, five huge mindset shifts that can change everything. We're talking about dodging the gratification trap, making sure you're in the right business from the start, why your parents' advice might be holding you back, understanding true cost, and finally, the single best investment you can possibly make.
All right, let's kick things off with the big one. Honestly, this might be the toughest hurdle to get over. That constant, nagging pull of instant gratification. No, really think about it for a second. Is your Instagram feed secretly sabotaging your finances? Because when you're endlessly scrolling past flashy cars, crazy watches, and these insane luxury lifestyles, it creates this massive pressure, right? A pressure to look rich way before you've actually earned it. And Gaji says this is one of the biggest roadblocks out there. And this quote really gets to the heart of it. You can't cash in on those public victories too soon. You've got to keep stacking the private victories. Real sustainable wealth, that's not built for an Instagram story. It's built when nobody's watching. Through all those disciplined choices you make day in and day out. It's all about stacking those quiet wins.
So here's the bottom line, right? You got to know where your money is actually going. These public victories, they're usually just liabilities in disguise. They suck your resources dry. But the private victories, man, those are investments. They compound. They let you upgrade your business, level up your skills, or, and this is huge, buy back your most precious asset, your time. Okay, so you're committed to stacking those private wins. Awesome. But the next logical question is, where do you even put that effort? Gaji makes a great point here. It's not just about how hard you work, it's about where you're putting in that work.
And he borrows his killer quote from Warren Buffett. It's not about how hard you row. It's about what boat that you're in. He applies this directly to business models. The idea is so simple but so powerful. You could be the best rower in the entire world, but if your boat has a leak, you're just not going to win. The business vehicle you pick is going to determine where you end up, period. And this table just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? The difference between the boats. For someone in their 20s, Gazaji's basically screaming that the right boat is a low-risk, low-capital online business. Why? Because it's built for cash flow. It's designed to put money in your pocket, so you can build personal wealth, not just some fancy valuation on a piece of paper where all the cash is trapped in the company.
And this idea of a liquid millionaire is so important. Being a millionaire isn't about having a business that a venture capitalist says is worth $1 million. No. It's about being able to get your hands on $1 million in cash or assets you can sell, like fast. Within 30 days, we're talking about real, tangible wealth that you can actually use. Look, before you get all caught up in chasing these massive unicorn valuations, the number one priority has to build a business that spits out actual cash, money that you can take out and put into your own investment accounts. It's like on an airplane. You got to put on your own oxygen mask first before you can help anyone else. All right, now we need to talk about something that can be a little sensitive, but it's so critical. We're talking about the financial advice you get from the people who love you the most. And let's be clear, this is not about bashing our parents. They want the absolute best for us. The thing is, they're often working from a playbook that was designed for a totally different world, economically speaking. Their advice is rooted in what was safe and what worked for them. I mean, just think about it for a second. 30 years ago, what was the safe path? Get a good job, climb the corporate ladder, save for retirement. The whole idea of being a millionaire in your 20s was like something out of a movie. Today, that entire game has been turned on its head. The path that was super reliable for them could be a dead end for us. So here's the trick. You have to learn how to separate their timeless wisdom from their outdated tactics. 100%, you should soak up all the life lessons, the core values, the stuff that really matters. But you have to give yourself permission to toss out the specific financial how-to manual and write your own for the world we live in today.
Okay, get ready for this next one, because this mental model can literally change the way you look at every single purchase you make for the rest of your life. I'm not kidding.
So what's the real difference between the price of something and the cost of something? I know it sounds like the same thing, right? But it's not even close. See, most people get hung up on the price tag, what you pay right now. Godsey argues that the wealthy focus on something much more important, the total cost.
And this little formula right here is the whole game. The true cost isn't what you pay, it's what you lose. It's the price you paid up front minus whatever value you can get back out of it later. Price minus resale value equals your true cost. This car example just makes it so obvious. You buy a brand new $60,000 car, 3 years later, it's worth 30 grand. The true cost to you was $30,000. Ouch. Now, what if you bought a carefully chosen used car for $75,000, and 3 years later you sell it for $65,000? Your true cost was only $10,000. Think about that. The cheaper car was actually 3 times more expensive in the long run. And, this isn't just about cars. It's about everything. That $40 fast fashion shirt you wear maybe 12 times before it falls apart, that's way more expensive per wear than a $300 high-quality piece you can wear for a decade. It's a total mindset shift. Focusing on price keeps you broke. Focusing on cost is how you build wealth. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of external stuff, social media pressure, what business to start, how to spend your money, but all of that, it's all secondary to the single most important investment you will ever make. And this is it. This is the ultimate mindset shift you have to make. You are the most valuable stock in the world. You are the most valuable asset that you have. Nothing even comes close. Especially when you're just starting out. The best returns you're ever going to get won't come from stocks or crypto or anything else. They come from leveling up the one asset that drives everything, you. Now, this number might just blow your mind. $250,000 on just 10 consulting calls in 1 year. It sounds insane, right? But you have to understand the principle behind it. He doesn't see that as an expense. He sees it as the highest leverage investment possible. He paid for knowledge and access that could completely unlock his next level of growth. I love this analogy he uses of an F1 car. You are the high-performance vehicle on this whole journey. So the question becomes, what upgrades are you making? How are you getting faster, more efficient, more durable? This means you have to aggressively reinvest in yourself, in courses, mentors, books, your health, anything that refines the machine. And really, that's what this all boils down to. That's the biggest takeaway. Building real wealth, it starts from the inside out. So the final question isn't about the market or the next hot business model. It's about you. You're the most valuable asset in the world. So what's your reinvestment strategy going to be? What are you going to do starting today to invest in you?